Hello, welcome back to Susan Lopresti Wellness, Mind, Body, and Soul podcast, the podcast that explores practices and techniques to cultivate a more balanced and purposeful life through the mature woman so that she can continue to experience good health and optimal wellness in her life. I'm your host, Susan Lopresti, and today I have a very special episode that's dedicated to the fascinating and transformative practice of tapping. Tapping, also known as Emotional Freedom Technique, or EFT for short, is a powerful tool that combines ancient Eastern acupressure techniques with modern psychology to promote healing and emotional well-being. So I'm very excited about today's topic because it's a healing modality that I was first introduced to in the early 90s, and I used it for many years on myself. And I honestly believe that it's what took me from where I was back in the early 90s to where I am today. And when I say that, I mean both physically, as far as my health went. Back then in the 90s, I was very overweight and I just developed Hashimoto's disease. So it was a very difficult time for me. And I was the type of person that always looked into alternative healing. When I was 21 years old, I was first introduced to yoga. I took yoga as a gym class in college. And I absolutely loved yoga, and I've been doing yoga since then. So I always had an interest in alternative healing. And so I wanted to share this with you as well. Tapping is a self-help technique that involves gently tapping specific meridian points on your body while focusing on specific thoughts, emotions, or issues that we want to address and we want to move past. So it's based on the principles of traditional Chinese medicine, which believes that the body has energy pathways or meridians, and through which energy is flowing. And when we experience emotional or physical distress, these energy pathways become blocked, and that leads to imbalances and discomfort. And tapping helps to restore the flow of energy by tapping on specific points which stimulate these meridians and release the blockages. So how does tapping help with emotional well-being and healing? Tapping works on multiple levels. First, it helps calm the nervous system by activating the body's relaxation response. So when we tap, we're sending a calming signal to the brain, and it's reducing the release of stress hormones and promoting a sense of calm. Additionally, tapping targets specific emotions or issues that we want to address. By tapping on the meridian points while focusing on the emotions or issues, we create a mind-body connection that allows us to release negative emotions. And it also helps to reduce anxiety, and it even alleviates physical pain. It's like a combination of acupressure and talk therapy all in one. And it sounds like a wonderful technique indeed. And I'm going to just walk you through a very simple tapping exercise for stress relief. So firstly, you want to identify the specific issues or emotions that you want to address. So like I said, it could be stress, anxiety, or any other discomfort that you're experiencing. And on a scale of 0 to 10, rate the intensity of that feeling. Now, we'll start by tapping on the side of the hand, and this is known as the karate chop point, while repeating a setup statement. So, for example, we're going to go with, even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. And we're going to repeat this 3 times. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though I'm feeling stressed, I deeply and completely accept myself. Then we'll tap about 5 to 7 times on each of the following points while using a reminder phrase that acknowledges the issue. So the points include the eyebrow, the side of the eye, underneath the eye, under the nose, on the chin, on the collarbone, under the arm, and the top of the head. And after completing a round of tapping, take a deep breath and check in with your intensity level again, and then repeat the process until the intensity reduces to a manageable level. And that's a simple yet very effective exercise. Now, you may be wondering, how can tapping be used for specific issues like phobias or traumas? And the answer is that it absolutely can be used for that. And tapping has been shown to have remarkable results in addressing specific issues such as phobias, traumas, and even limiting beliefs. So it helps to release the emotional charge that is associated with those experiences, allowing us to reframe our perspective and create new neural pathways. So for complex or deeply rooted traumas, it's important to work with a qualified tapping practitioner who can provide appropriate support. Now, I am not a practitioner. I'm a participant of tapping. I've been tapping since the early 90s. So I pretty much know a lot about it, but I don't have credentials for it. And that's what I always say. If at any time you're not feeling well, you need to see your practitioner and get to the root cause of your problem. But tapping is a wonderful way to just relieve some stress and also help with body aches and to eliminate those limiting beliefs, right? So again, for deep-rooted trauma or any kind of emotional help that you may need, you need appropriate support. You need the help of a highly qualified tapping practitioner. So that's important to emphasize. And tapping is a very powerful tool. And tapping is generally very safe. And it can be used as, like I've mentioned, a self-help tool. But again, professional guidance can provide deeper insights and help navigate any challenging emotions that arise. So my final words of wisdom or advice for my listeners who are interested in exploring tapping further, I want you to know that tapping is a versatile technique that can benefit anyone regardless of age or background. My advice is to approach it with an open mind and a willingness to explore your own emotions. There are many resources available, including books and videos and workshops that can guide you on your tapping journey. And remember to be patient with yourself and embrace the process of self-discovery and healing. And there are 2 practitioners that I've been following for years that I think are wonderful, and I'm just going to name them and put their contact information in the show notes. One is Nick Ortner, and his program is the Tapping Solution. I follow him. He does a lot of free videos and he's just wonderful. Another one that I love is Dawson Church, and his website is EFTuniverse.com. I will put that in the notes as well. And I just want to thank you to all of my listeners for tuning into this episode of Susan Lopresti Wellness. I hope that you find it insightful and inspiring. Remember, tapping is a very powerful tool that can support your emotional well-being and help you lead a more balanced life. So join me next time as we explore more options on mindfulness, personal wellness, and growth. Until then, be well and take good care. Bye for now, everyone.